Yep, I do my opening almost the same every time. It's Friday!
It's Friday nights in the cigar lounge. You know what that means.
Still no anything.
I don't steal your line. Hello, hello, hello.
I told you it works. Okay. Alright.
What?
You are turn that off. We are not going to do the episode like that.
Why not?
Because.
The echo-sode.
Funny.
Play on words.
Alright.
The echo-sode.
Ready?
I guess. I don't know. What are we talking about?
We're doing
Your
current
current
events.
events.
So just what's ever going on right now, whatever we want to talk about.
Okay, you go. You start.
Too much?
Too much what?
I thought you like looked like you didn't do that.
I usually do more.
Alright. Hey guys, it's Friday, so you know what that means. Friday nights in the cigar lounge. So for this week's episode, we decided that when we don't have a topic on mind that we want to talk about, we're just going to do like current events and do a little catch up on how we are doing and how the things in the world and what is going on. But before we jump into our episode, like always, would you like to share with everybody what kind of cigar you are smoking today?
I'm smoking a Nika Libre. I think that's how you say it. I didn't actually buy this cigar. I got a pack of 5 for free when I bought a box of my other cigars I get. So I thought I'd give it a try. I think I've had it before. It's like I said, I had a box of 5, or a pack of 5, not a box. And this was the only one left, so I must have smoked them. I don't know much about it, so I'll kind of look it up online. It's 1990 Nika Libre. It looks like a Maduro wrap because it's darker wrap. And I'll light it up here and let you know how it tastes.
Do you also want to let them know what you are drinking tonight, since we always let people know what you're drinking?
Yeah, I guess they can know what I'm drinking. I'm drinking the PBR whiskey with Coke Energy Cherry, and I have a Corona Chaser. And the Corona is very skunky, so I might not make it through all of it.
So before we go on, do you want to let people know what that means? Because I didn't know what that meant.
What means?
Just skunky meant. When you said, because when you opened one yesterday and you said it was skunky, I didn't know what that meant.
Skunky is...
Like, is it good or bad?
It's good, but it's like usually it'll be, especially with clear bottles, if it's a beer in a clear bottle, you get more light, sunlight into it.
Okay.
So it like changes it a little bit. I don't know the exactly if that's what it is, but
Okay.
I know with Corona and Stella are the two that usually become skunky the most. I've always seen it as it's not bad, but it could be better. Like there are sometimes you buy Corona and you don't even taste the skunkiness or that. So it just depends how they're stored, I think, and how they're handled in the store and how they're shipped to the store and all that.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know for sure, but I'm based on things I've seen before, it's from sunlight getting into the clear bottle and changing the...
Gotcha. Changing the alcohol.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Someone tell me that if you guys know.
Yeah, if someone else knows, you can definitely let us know. So, like I said, we're going to just talk about current events, what's kind of going on for us right now in our state. Not sure kind of what's going on in any other states. It is obviously summer, and we have been taking out our canoe a lot. And we're just trying to do that more during the summertime, just so we can do those activities. And that really hasn't changed much for us because obviously, when you're on a canoe, you're definitely doing a social distancing.
For anyone that follows me on Instagram, you've seen I post on Instagram story last weekend. It was when I caught the 3 bass on the lake. I post that, and I post the cigar if I'm smoking one on the canoe. So you can see that stuff on our Instagram pages if you're interested.
Yeah. And recently, I think it is happening everywhere that Walmart is starting to make everybody wear masks into their store. And there's certain places now in Wisconsin, like Dane County and Milwaukee, the whole like county themselves are making every business and restaurants and everybody who goes out wear masks. So I feel like for Wisconsin, kind of, I don't know, like I said, for other states how that is, but I kind of feel like we didn't really have to wear masks. Like it wasn't something that they recommended, and then we opened back up, and now we're just kind of falling backwards.
Well, you expect there to be a little spike in numbers, but like you said, it's mainly Milwaukee and Dane County, which is Madison, the bigger population areas. Obviously, Walmart, they're doing the whole everyone has to wear a mask if they go into their store, but that's not just in Wisconsin, that's across the whole country. So
yeah, that's everywhere.
We just are going to go into a store that isn't Walmart.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like because like everything started opening up again too, it was like obviously the numbers are going to spike and everything, but we're falling back into like, oh, everything's closing up again, and they want to lock everybody back in their houses. And it's like, I understand people are scared, but at some point we have to get back to normal. And like school's coming up for kids, and it's just not going to be normal for them. It's going to be different, and I kind of feel bad for kids too, because right now, like going to school and interacting with other kids is like part of something a child needs while growing up, and when you take that away from them, I feel like it could almost be damaging, because they kind of need that like interaction with other people, and like we don't have kids, so I don't know really how they're doing that or how that would affect kids that go to school or anything like that either. But for us, everything I think has been pretty good, and just doing summer things like we normally have.
Summer things and working.
I mean, work's been pretty busy and good.
Very busy at work.
Nothing.
Very hot. But
Yeah, very hot.
it could be hot.
It could be hot.
Could be a lot hotter, and it's actually not too bad.
Sometimes.
I wear long sleeves at work,
Yeah, he's crazy.
and it's like 90 to 100 degrees inside the building. But I mean, you got fans blowing and stuff, so it's not as bad as people make it seem. You got a different opinion. Come on, let's hear it.
I think it's hot. Like, no matter what, like, even with fans on, it's just hot.
You got your fan taken away for like 2 minutes, and you almost had a heart attack.
Yeah, because it was hot. I was like drenched. It was disgusting.
Okay, now you know how I feel every day.
Well, you're the one that wears long sleeves. So that's on you. Like,
Yeah. Keeps me fit.
is there anything current events-wise that you want to share that's going on? How you feel about everything that's going on right now?
Well, obviously the world is still crazy. I don't know.
Like, how do you feel like about do you feel that, like, obviously, like, there is going to be case and everything, but do you feel like we're heading back into another stay-at-home?
I think they want to. I think the governor wants to do that. Will it happen? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It could change. It could happen overnight.
Yeah.
Depends if they're. I mean, they already took them to court once to lift it, so
Right.
I don't know if he can do it.
Right.
I don't know the laws.
Yeah, and I don't know with for maybe some of our viewers who don't live in Wisconsin, the reason we did open back up the way we did is because they took the governor.
They took his order, the order he did, they took it to court, the Supreme Court, maybe not Supreme, yeah.
Yeah, and they like overruled it.
They overruled it in the court, and
So that's why we just
literally as soon as that was overruled, the bars were open and people at 10 o'clock at night were jam-packed into bars without masks, nothing.
Well, and you were saying that recently you read something that if people travel to Wisconsin, they have to quarantine themselves.
For certain states. So if you're from, like, if you're in New York, you travel to Wisconsin and then you travel back to New York, they're going to try to make you quarantine for 14 days. But they can't really, I don't know how they could really keep track of that unless it's like you're flying in on planes is one way. Like they said they were going to have people at the airports monitoring people that got off these planes from these certain hotspot states. So, I mean, if we drive our car to Illinois and
Right.
then come back, or what, vice versa,
Right.
I don't know how they would monitor that. They can't.
Right.
Chicago said they might put Wisconsin on the list of if you travel to, if you're in Chicago, if you live in Chicago and you travel to Wisconsin, then you travel back to Chicago, you have to quarantine for 14 days. Good luck. Good luck doing that.
Yeah.
That's a bunch of bull shit.
Yeah.
I understand it's a virus, but
Right.
I think it's still way blown out of proportion.
I just feel like every time we turn a corner to get back to normal, we turn another corner and it's freaking out again.
Because that's
and
what they want.
It's like I feel like us getting back to normal is really never going to happen again.
It will get back to normal, but, well, it should get back to normal, but it'll take a long time. And then you got, if they're preparing you for if Joe Biden wins, then the world's going to go really go to crap.
Yeah.
Get your socialism ready for socialism. If he gets bread lines,
Bread lines?
okay.
What's that?
Wait in line to get bread.
Wait in line to get bread? What? That sounds crazy.
Everyone gets the same things.
Like if you go to the store, you all get the same thing.
There's more to it.
No, I don't think so. No. I don't think that's going. Because not everybody eats the same thing.
Doesn't matter.
What? Well, you're looking that up.
I'm not looking it up.
Oh, they're looking it up.
No, I don't. I mean, it's something like that. I don't know the exact. It's like you who work really hard. You work really hard,
Right.
get a paycheck, and pay your way to go to school, but your neighbor is getting it for free, doing the same thing as you, you get the same amount of crap.
That doesn't seem right. Anyways, recently I put a post on Twitter about reaching people to design, do a design for me for our shirts maybe, and see what kind of things people could do, and I got somebody that replied. So I haven't talked to them yet, but hopefully I will and can get some feedback back and forth on designs and stuff, and then maybe within the next month or so we will have t-shirts, which would be fun and nice to have.
Yep.
And that is a step in the right direction. And also another exciting thing I'd like to share is that I am on the last chapter of my self-help book now. So the next step for me after I finish that would to reach out and try to find maybe a proofreader or an editor to edit it and read, or find someone to proofread it to see what somebody else or maybe other people think. And then obviously after that would be looking into like book covers and all that stuff. I think I did a couple of researching wise, and it can get a little bit pricey towards like editing and proofreading for like Word and stuff like that. But I've been saving up some money, so I definitely, once I get it all done, would love to get my book edited or proofread and get all that in motion so I can get it out there. And maybe that would be another thing too as well, is if we have guests or people that we do like a special like episode or a special like so many comments, if you're like this many comments on YouTube, or if you reach out to us and stuff like that on Instagram, or if you want to be a part of our episodes, we could, once I have the book out and everything, that could be something awesome, even a little gift thing that you could get as well with like, once we have our t-shirts and maybe stickers and stuff, that I could do as a little package for you for free.
Yep.
Because I think when it first comes out, it's probably one of those things that I might make so many books just to see if they sell, and then maybe try to put it like on Amazon for like 99 cents or $1 or something like that, something cheaper, just to get it out there, to see if people like it. I'm excited and moving into that direction. So,
Yeah.
another thing I thought I would share with you guys on current events and things that are happening.
We've been looking at houses.
Yeah, we've been looking at houses.
Maybe not 100% serious, but almost serious.
Yeah.
Because it'd be cheaper to buy a house than what we're renting.
Right.
Pretty much.
It would pretty much be the same.
It'd be
Or a little bit cheaper, yeah.
to buy a house. Obviously, you put your down payment down, so you pay a little more up front,
Right.
but the payments per month would be less than what we rent.
Yeah. I mean, we would have to pay for like electricity, water, and that, but I feel.
So you got more your own lawn. Come on. No.
Yeah, but we've been looking into that and looking at homes and stuff like that as well.
Lake house.
No, we're not getting a lake house.
Maybe. There's a nice one on the lake that's for sale. That's actually cheap for a lake house. That's
Yeah.
basically two houses.
Yeah.
You get the one house, and then it's the one main house, and then there's like a little cottage that's right off the lake, which is like a guest house almost. That has 2 bedrooms in that one. And then like a full kitchen, a full, basically another
Yeah,
house.
it was another house. And then the other one we looked at has a very nice, like, seated, like, little sunroom off the, like, master bedroom, which was very
And
nice.
then under that sunroom would
Yeah.
be the new cigar lounge.
Yeah, it would be the new cigar lounge. and
Because it's an
everything.
enclosed, covered deck, basically.
Yes.
But it's like under, so the sunroom's on top and the deck's underneath and the walls are all, it's all open on the side, but they're like, the wood paneling is notched out so you can see through,
Yeah.
which is, it would be pretty cool.
It'd be nice.
You could sit out there when it's raining, you could probably even sit out there in the winter with the heater on.
And the reason I liked that one too is because it had a big kind of like computer room, so I could set up my area in there and stuff like that. And then it had a nice basement where I could set up like my workout stuff on one side, and he could have his little bar and stuff
And
on
it's
the other.
cheap.
And it's cheap.
Well, it came with a bar.
It comes with a bar.
There's a bar in the basement,
But we
a
could
pretty
do-
big bar.
You could divide it up and stuff like that, because right now I've started setting up my little gym in the basement, so.
In the man cave.
In the man cave. Man cave's turned into a workout room.
Speaking of the man cave, that's something we don't really, I mean, we could talk about it, but the basement is, it just when it rains, it leaks through the siding, the concrete, whatever it is, and you get little water spots. You gotta tear up the carpet and see if there's mold. I'm sure there's mold.
Yeah.
We have a dehumidifier, but I mean, when it rains, you get a whole section of that carpet that's covered in
Yeah.
water.
It's really bad.
So we gotta tear that up. The smell is actually starting to get pretty bad in the
Yeah,
basement.
the smell's starting to get bad, so we gotta do something about that.
Yeah, gotta run the dehumidifier more. It gets full right now. We gotta empty that more.
I'm excited because within the next 3 weeks my parents are coming to visit, so that'll be exciting. They're coming out to drop off a
Cool.
cooler or a big chest freezer and a
Cooler.
treadmill.
I said cool.
We always looked into
A what?
a treadmill.
You didn't
I
say-
didn't say that the first time. I know I said treadmill.
No, you said treadmill.
Oh, whatever. He always makes fun of me because I say it wrong.
Are we eating it? Is it our meal?
Okay. But we've always looked into getting a big chest freezer so we could store more food when we go
Frozen
shopping.
pizzas for Fridays.
Yeah, like frozen pizzas and frozen food, just so then we don't have to go shopping as much. So that'll be a nice little add-on.
And that's why we have to clean the basement
Yes.
first.
We have to clean the basement first, though. So, like I have said before, I'm looking into doing little videos, maybe when we get ready to go out on the lake, and then
We'll be going out tomorrow morning early, so she bought a tripod.
Yes.
Want to tell them about that?
so I bought a little tripod that you can wrap around things, like the legs are easily bendable. So I decided that when we go to set up and to put the canoe on the car tomorrow, I'll videotape that. I'll wrap it around one of the car seats so we can do like a little down the road to the lake, and then maybe bring the bigger tripod to like see us put it in the lake, and then I want to attach the little tripod to the canoe so you can see us out on the lake and do like a lake YouTube video and put that out, and it'll go out like the same exact day after I come home. I'll do all like the little edits I want to do, and then it'll go straight out. Obviously this video or that video will be out before this one will be, but I want to try to do more little videos like that of just stuff we're doing and stuff that might be interesting, just so you could see more of some of the stuff that we do podcast episodes about.
It's like not last weekend, the weekend before last, my sister and brother-in-law were out here with my niece. And I posted some pictures for 4th of July, and if you guys were on my Instagram, you saw those. of us at the beach and out on the lake. So we'll post more stuff like that too.
Yeah,
Update you guys.
I realize that I'm not really good with the social media thing, and trying to be a motivational, inspirational person, I realize that I have to try to post more things and maybe do more videos and things to be more present with my viewers and followers. So I'm still learning. It's still a curveball, but he's been helping me with doing pictures and stuff like that. And I'm still trying to figure it out, but I realized that sometimes there could be a whole week I don't even post anything. So I need to start just, even if it's like little sayings or just little pictures of what I'm doing or stuff like that. I want to be more present for you guys and be able to connect with you guys more. So I want to try to do that stuff more too.
Yeah. All right, a little on the cigar. It is a box press. I forgot to say that. Box press, for anyone that doesn't know, means it is a box. What? It's not round. It's not round like a normal cigar. It's in the shape of a square. So that's one thing I would like to say about it. I have a little. I pulled up something on our website because, like I said, I don't know too much about it. It seems like a relatively cheaper cigar. You get a box of 20 Churchills for around $80. Mine might be a little stale because I actually left it out of my humidor because I was planning on actually smoking this one yesterday. So it was sitting on the table all night and I just saw it there today, so I'm like, might as well smoke that one. So it is burning a little harsh right now, so what that means is as I'm smoking it, it's starting to, I'm only about halfway through it and it's already starting to like burn the inside of my mouth. But I'll fight through it and smoke the rest of it because it doesn't bother me. It does kind of have coffee flavors and I don't know the word. On here it says earthy, but it's, I guess like woods, like not trees, like cedar and stuff like that. So it tastes like you get hints of that. Like there's a whiskey we have that is if you drink the whiskey or even smell it, it tastes like you're chewing on a tree limb.
Oh, yeah.
So things like that I would consider earthy. So I'm getting that we're running out of time here, so I'll wrap that up.
One thing, you can still talk about it. We might have to take a little break and then come back.
It's fine. It's fine. I don't need to talk about it.
We can talk about it. We're running out of time. We're only allowed to do like 30 minutes at a time. So we're going to take a short break and then we will be right back. I didn't want to cut you off, but it was like I don't want to cut you off in mid-sentence either. Alright, ready? Talk about something.
I guess.
Alright, and we're back, so go ahead.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Alright, so the cigar comes in all different all different sizes.
All types of shapes.
The one I have, I believe, was the Robusto. That's 5.5 inches and it's by 50. The ring gauge is 50. And for people that don't know ring gauge is how thick the cigar is. Obviously, the smaller it is, the skinnier it'll be. And then so like an 80 would be like those big Asylum 13 cigars. So a little note, just because I want to do more about the cigar. The shape is the Robusto. Wrapper is Maduro, so I actually got that right this time. It is not flavored. It is a Habano binder with Nicaraguan filler. If anyone knows what any of
I
that
was gonna say, do
means.
you know what that means?
It's like the type of tobacco.
Okay.
So it's like the origin of the tobacco, how it,
Gotcha.
where it was made, or how it was, the type of tobacco that they're using to fill it and stuff.
Gotcha.
That's all I got. It is. I don't know if the burn is the actual like burn from the cigar, the light, like how hot it's getting, or if it's just a pepper, like a type of Camacho type cigar has the hint of pepper. So I don't know if that's what I'm tasting. I don't know if that's what I'm tasting. The spiciness. I don't know if it's because I'm not a big fan of the Camachos. I think I've said that before. I'm not a big fan of spicy cigars, but so I don't know if that's what I'm tasting or if it's burning my mouth. I'm just saying it's like I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Like it
I don't know
actually
if it's-
tastes like that, or it's just burning
I'm
your mouth.
saying
So
it's
that's what
I'm
you think
saying
it
it's
tastes
burning my mouth, so I don't know if that's the pepper that I'm tasting.
like.
Because
Gotcha.
I'm not a big fan of that, so I might just be saying, oh, it's burning my mouth, but it might not be.
It might not be. It might be that.
It might be that
Pepper.
peppery taste. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about it. It's not bad for a free cigar, though, I guess.
Yeah.
Something to smoke. I did do my select draw cigar punch. It's, again, I think I showed it in the last video.
Yeah.
I'll show it again. 3 prongs, you punch the cigar in kind of a circular pattern around the cigar so you get all the little holes around it so you get a good draw. And then another good thing about this cigar punch is that I actually did it for the first time yesterday. I had a really bad draw on my Asylum Lancero. It's the long skinny cigar. I think that one was a little stale too. So if you actually puncture the sides of a cigar, just like that on each side, it actually helps the draw. So if you ever have a bad draw cigar, get one of these. I'm not promoting it or anything, but these things are it's actually really cool. And then, like I've said before, and you've seen in pictures, you could use it as once you get towards the end, as a cigar holder, so you don't burn your fingers if you want to smoke it all the way down. So it's pretty cool.
Do you ever smoke yours like all the way down? Like how far do you usually smoke yours?
No. There's some cigars I'll only smoke about, like on this one I'll probably only go down to maybe the wrapper just because I'm not that I'm not enjoying it, but
Right.
it's not something that I want to flavor or
Right.
savor every last bit of it. Like that Rocky Patel special edition I had, I think I smoked as far down as I could. I think I had it on this and it was starting to fall off because my ash was starting to get to where the metal was. That's how low I smoked it. But this Select Draw company, I guess this black one was a special edition. They're sold out of it now and they only have the silver one.
Mm-hmm.
They said that I think they're getting it back in stock, but I guess everyone's like asking for this one.
Oh,
And
really?
they want the black one. And they actually came out with a new like travel humidor that I want. It's pretty expensive though. It's like $250.
Is it big or is it small?
It's a travel one, so it's like that,
Okay.
like that little red box I got.
Right.
But it's a little bigger than that. You could hold up to 5 cigars in it. It's got a place for this to go into it, and then you got all little compartments for your lighters and
Oh,
stuff.
nice.
So it's made out of leather. So hopefully I get that. Right now there's only like 12 in stock. So and then once they're out, they're going to be out for a while, I think. So I might order that. And if I do actually order it and get it, I would like to do an unboxing video not video, but on our next podcast I can do an unboxing, open it, and kind of show it off. That'd be kind of cool.
I also do want everybody to notice, not people listening, but please do go over to our YouTube channel and watch. That when he talks about buying things and how much they are, we have been dating for 5 years. We have separate bank accounts. We are not married, but when he says, oh, there's this thing I want to buy, and it costs this amount of money, he always gives me this look.
Side-eye,
like,
oh.
Is it okay?
Well, not that is it okay, but it's just like, what do you got to say about this?
Like, almost like, is it okay? Can I do that? Like, we obviously, like, we're not married, but we've been dating for 5 years, and he always, like, wants to see, like, my reaction to these things. It's like, we don't share our bank accounts, so, like, I have my money, you have yours. Like, you spend your money the way you want. It'll be a little bit different, probably, once we get married, because money-wise, we'll be contributing probably together. But I always tell him, like, right now, like you
do what I want.
You do you until.
Okay, so I need a new TV. I need a new
you
computer.
do you until we settle down and you decide to put a ring on this finger and marry me, because it's your money. But he always.
All right, you guys heard it.
But he always likes to see my reaction, like, oh, I want this like child thing, and it's $200. Then he like side eyes me, like, what's your opinion over there?
Yeah. Yeah, but that's pretty cool. So. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and always, like we say, let us know what's going on in your life. Let us know what state you're from. If you guys were wearing masks the whole time, if you don't wear masks at all, if there's still a stay-at-home order, because I'm not sure, some states, I think some states probably still have that. If you're working, if you're not working, how long you haven't been working for, because I feel like there are probably people that have been out of work for 3 to 4 months since.
There's still probably people out of work.
Since this has happened.
Especially in like New York and bigger like places
Yeah.
like that. I think they're still on. I don't know if they're still. I would assume they're still on their lockdown, but
Yeah.
I don't even know if they ever got lifted out of that type of stuff.
Just share with us how you guys feel about what's going on. If you guys have children, how you feel about how that's going on. If you want your kids to go back to school, if you don't want your kids to go back to school.
How would you feel if they're forced to wear a mask at school?
Yeah, if they have to wear a mask at school, how you feel about that. I think I was talking to a coworker the last few days, and they were saying in Wisconsin they have like 3 different options where your kid could go to school 5 days a week, or the second option was they can go for a certain amount of days and then the rest of the week was online, or the third option was just completely online. And then she was saying something about, like, if they chose to go to school all week, then it would almost be like half the kids would go certain days, and then the other half would go the other days. So then there's not so many. So that's, I guess.
If they want to do the whole week though.
That's what she was saying.
Or if they want to do half the week, certain kids would go.
I think that was what it was. If they do half the week,
some kids would go some
if
days.
like they do half the week and then half the week online, and half those kids would do
The
half the
opposite
week,
days.
and then the other kids would do opposite days. But yeah, share with us what you guys think, because obviously, like I said, we don't have kids, so I don't think in that aspect that's going to like really affect us. We have been working through this the whole time and everything, so I like to know from people that have kids how your kids are doing, how they're coping. How do you think it's going to be like this school year and everything? If you think you should send them, if you don't think you should send them.
That's your right and everything. So you guys do what you want, but that's also like when you wear a mask on that topic. It's our right and freedom not to have to wear a mask.
Right.
Like if a store like Walmart requires you to wear a mask, then we're just not going to Walmart.
Right.
Like there's those people that are gonna fight it and try to walk into Walmart without a mask and then start a fight with everyone.
Right.
Like, just don't do that.
Right.
Like that's just stupid. I understand you guys don't want to wear masks and you want to go to Walmart still, but they're requiring it, so just don't go. That's what we're doing. We don't, like we said, most of this, there may have been one time we wore a mask when we went back to Illinois.
Yeah, because all of
Illinois requires you a mask in any store you go into, any liquor store, any grocery store, anywhere. If you're pumping gas, you don't have to wear a mask, but if you go into the gas station, you would have to wear it.
Yes.
Into like the actual retail part
So
of the gas
obviously
station.
when we went, we wore masks. We're going to follow the rules of the state. That's what you require. That's what we're going to do. But if in Wisconsin not all stores are going to do it, and only Walmart's going to do it, then we will just shop somewhere else.
We'll just shop somewhere else. We're not going to Walmart.
It's everybody has the right to do their own things and follow their own types of ruling for them, and whatever they feel comfortable doing and whatever they don't feel comfortable doing. So that's why I always say, please share with us on how you guys feel, especially with your kids. If they have to go back to school and they're required to wear masks, I don't think like kids going to high school would be an issue, but younger kids, I don't know how you would keep a mask on their face all day long.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, some kids are disciplined, but there's other kids that'll rip that mask off within a couple minutes.
Yeah.
I don't think you could ask a young kid to wear a mask all day.
Right.
It's just near impossible.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what's going on with us. And what's kind of going on right now. Summer, like, the only reason I bring up school and kids and stuff is because summer is coming to an end. And
shockingly, it's already over.
yeah, summer, I feel like when we did our first current event, summer was just starting. And coronavirus was kind of just in the works.
When we did our first current events, it was,
It was just.
When did we do it? I don't even remember.
I actually looked that up real fast. Because I feel like when I first talked about it, it was almost like in the beginning of coronavirus, and now we're not like at the end, because obviously it's not over. But we're kind of in the spot where it's like up in the air, like we're just getting back to normal, and now we're kind of just going backwards. So we did it 5/29.
May. That was the day. That was around the time the original May. When did they lift our order? Was it in May?
Maybe it was.
That was when they first lifted it.
Yeah, first lifted the order.
That was around there.
Yeah.
Because they extended it.
Yep.
They extended it, then everyone said it was unconstitutional and that they fought it because it was supposed to be the Monday or the Tuesday after Memorial Day.
Yep.
That they were going to originally lift the stay-at-home order. And then he decided to extend it like another month, and everyone said it was unconstitutional. So I think that was around the time when they first completely lifted the ban, the stay-at-home order.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, definitely things are changing or different now because things are starting to, like you said, revert back to it, and people are getting a little crazy. I've never seen so many people in Wisconsin wear masks. There's a bee around. Sorry, we're distracted.
Yeah, it's just flying around like
The
yeah, there's a lot more people.
There's a lot more people at Walmart. I mean, obviously Walmart's starting to require it, so people are probably just getting ahead. But even at the other stores in Town Festival, there's a lot more people we see wearing masks now than
ever before. Yeah.
Before.
So, yeah.
I don't think Wisconsin might, but I don't think they'll make it a statewide mandate to wear a mask. They might. I don't know.
Sorry, I'm like flinching because I'm getting like attacked by a bee here. Hello.
Swatter.
Oh my gosh, what is I think he just laughed because you just like swatted at him.
He's like, I'm out of here.
Sorry, the guys, this is kind of what happens when we're like outside trying to like record. We get like attacked by like
This is the first time the bees attacked us.
bees and spiders and all types of things. Yeah, so like I said, please share with us what state you live in, how things are going, if you guys are still in a stay-at-home, if you guys are working, if you guys aren't working, what life looks like for you day by day. But for us, that is our current events.
Events of the current.
I didn't get that. But you got
Damn
that.
it! No.
That was amazing.
Gosh dang it.
We gotta figure out what we're talking about next week. You like handed this to me like we were about to finish the episode. I'm like, I don't even know what we're talking about.
No.
I think the only two things on my list that I had were like relationships and tattoos.
I mean, got a lot to say about tattoos. Combine the two. Tattoos and relationships. So people that get matching tattoos,
Oh yeah.
don't do it while I'm podcast.
Yeah. We could combine two. We have a lot of things to say about relationships.
No. You might. Do you have a lot to say about relationships? What kind, like, what do you want to talk about relationships?
Like anything.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, come up with a topic. Talk about that. I don't know.
Current events 3.
No, we're not doing current events 3.
Too soon.
This is why I was trying to talk to you about it earlier. And you're like, we're not talking about that right now.
Yeah, I would at work.
Okay, well, you need to think of things so we're not sitting here trying
I
to
always think about things.
come up with something, and these poor people have to watch us sit here and talk to each other about what we're going to talk about.
Well, if they gave us ideas, no. Velocipaster.
No, we're not talking about.
It was brought up,
No, we're not talking about velocipaster.
but we could.
We're not.
We could put Velocipaster on, and then we'll commentate through the whole
No,
movie.
we're not doing
Yes.
that. No.
We'll do that when Jeremiah comes.
Oh my
Jeremiah, you ready?
god. Do not agree with that. I'd be so upset with you.
We're not gonna play the movie on screen, but we'll just play it as we're sitting here, and we'll just talk through the whole movie, and then we'll sync it up. You guys, if you're watching, you guys hit the play button for the movie so it syncs up with our commentary of the movie. That would be fantastic. We'll have to do a Sharknado one too. We could talk about, we could do relationships.
Okay, but I'm not going to do it if you say you don't have anything to talk about.
Let's talk about relationships.
But do you want to do tattoos and relationships as one?
Yeah,
Okay.
you combine them. Tattoos and relationships. Because you
They should
have a,
never be combined.
well, no, because relationships aren't just two people in a dating. It could be a relationship you have with whoever the tattoo's about. Like you have a personal story of the
That's
tattoo.
true.
Yeah, see, so relationships in general. You got a brother and sister. That's a relationship.
Yeah,
With your niece, with your nephew.
that's true. Okay.
Relationships
There we go.
and tattoos.
Okay, ready? Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Next week, we will be discussing tattoos and relationships. Why are you just staring at me?
That was it?
What else am I supposed to say?
I don't know.
What else did you want me to say?
I thought you were gonna be like, because usually you would say like tattoos and relationships, like I said, like with your niece and nephew. And
Okay, so then you add on. I didn't really want to be
I didn't. I
any of that.
usually you add on, so I was just waiting, and then it didn't happen. So, oh
It's
lord.
like a long pause, and you're just like staring at me.
All right, you don't have to add on. We'll just wrap it up. Do that again. Do that.
I started recording, and you're over there going.
You gotta tell me you're ready to record.
Just don't make any noise for the next like 5 minutes. Oh Lord. Okay. Keep blowing it like directly at me.
It's just lingering.
Okay, I'm about to start. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Next week, we decided we're going to be discussing tattoos and relationships and how sometimes tattoos and relationships can go intertwined, or relationships can be not just between you and somebody you're dating, but a family member, a niece or nephew, and so on and so forth.
And etc. This was Friday Nights in the Cigar Lounge, so remember to grab a stogie and enjoy the lounge.
That was it. So, yeah.
So we're done.
So we will see you guys next week for another episode of Friday Nights in the Cigar Lounge, where we're discussing tattoos and relationships. So,
Remember to grab a stogie and enjoy the lounge.